One question I'd like to ask. When Congress passes laws, many times they exempt themselves from that law. They exempted themselves from health care. I'd like to know what each one of you would do to stop that, start with Bob Gibbs.
Well, they shouldn't do it. It's just hard. You can't come up with any argument why legislators, congressmen should pass a law that doesn't apply to them. It just doesn't make sense. Of course, the health care was just, that was an unbelievable thing. First time in American history where we had something that's 1/6 of the economy, affects every American, and not one person in the minority party voted for it. That's a red flag for American people right there. And our polling shows 70% of the people don't want it in the 18th, over 70%. So that's, they shoved that down our throats, but then they exempt themselves. You talk about hypocrisy, and it's despicable, and it should never happen.
There is only one law that I'm familiar with that actually exempts Congress by law, and that is if you are on your way to a session. Let's say if there's a war breaking out somewhere and you're on your way to a session, you can't be held up going to that session. And that's the only one I know of. And the rest, we're American citizens. Representatives are American citizens. You abide by the law. This country is based, unlike a lot, there's a popular misconception that we have a democracy here. And we do have a democratic process, but the United States of America is not a democracy. It is a constitutional republic. It's in the Constitution. In fact, it's not just you hear quotes from the founders and all that, but it's Article 4, Section 4 says that they will guarantee to every state in this union a Republican form of government. That being said, people don't decide what the laws are other than the laws that are in the Constitution. It's not a majority rule thing, it's a rule of law thing. The majority is a very important aspect of this because we get the majority out to either support or not to support the U.S. Constitution. That's where we are today, is that these people that are in Washington, D.C. that are trashing the U.S. Constitution, they didn't fly in there in the dark and drop in there with weapons and take over Washington, D.C. We the people sent them there, thinking in a lot of the instances that this is a democracy. We just say do whatever we want. It's run by the U.S. Constitution, and it's the rule of law. The reason why I brought up this whole rule of law thing is because there is an organization on the internet that I invite anyone to go to. I'm not associated with it in any way, shape, or form other than I signed their pledge. And their pledge simply says that in your capacity, whatever office you're being elected to, whether it's local, state, or federal, that you promise and you swear in writing, which I did, that you will uphold the rule of law to the fullest extent possible by the office that you hold. This is where we get legislators to follow the law, find those who are willing to go there and sign ahead of time before they raise their hand and take the oath of office, before you even get a chance to listen to people like myself sit here and tell you what I think, that have already sworn that they will uphold the rule of law and that they will be included in that rule of law. We have lawlessness in Washington, D.C. That's why we're where we are today. That's why we're in the circumstances we are. And again, back to the question earlier, no one in this country is above